In a small, sun-baked village where the days were long and the air shimmered with heat, there lived an old woman named Remat. Her presence was as familiar to the villagers as the rising sun, and her gentle smile was a comfort to all who passed by her humble home. Amma Remat, as everyone called her, had no family left in the world, no children to call her mother, no siblings to share her burdens, and no husband to lean on in her old age. Yet, despite her solitude, she never let loneliness harden her heart. What she did have, though, was a heart full of unwavering faith and a tiny hut she called home, a place filled with memories, prayers, and hope. Every day, she worked in the homes of others, washing dishes, sweeping floors, and tending to chores that many would find tiresome. She did whatever she could to earn a simple meal, never complaining, always grateful for the work she found. Her hands were rough from years of labor, but her spirit remained gentle and kind. Whatever scrap she had left at the end of the day, she'd wrap carefully in a faded cloth, sometimes just a piece of bread, sometimes a handful of rice, and place it on a stone outside her hut. It was a small gesture, but one she performed with great care, as if she were offering a treasure to the world. Curious villagers would often ask her, "Amma Rehmat, why do you leave food out here? Won't the birds or stray dogs eat it? Isn't it a waste?" They wondered why she would give away what little she had, especially when she herself had so little to spare. She'd just smile, her eyes twinkling with a quiet wisdom, and say, "Maybe it's meant for a hungry soul. Allah knows who needs it most. My job is only to give, He decides who receives." Her faith was simple, but it was deep, and it guided every action she took. One day, a stranger wandered into the village. He looked like he carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. His clothes were tattered, his eyes hollow with exhaustion, and his face marked by sorrow and hardship. No one knew where he had come from, but it was clear he was searching for something. Perhaps hope, perhaps just a meal. Every day, as the sun dipped low, he'd quietly approach Amma Rehmat's hut, take the bread from the stone, and disappear into the shadows without a word. He never asked for more, never left a trace, but the food was always gone by morning. Days passed, and the routine never changed. The villagers noticed, but Amma Rehmat never questioned it. She simply continued her ritual, trusting that her small act of kindness was reaching someone in need, even if she never saw their face. One warm afternoon, as Amma Rehmat napped in the shade of her hut, the stranger came close. He paused, looking at the old woman who had unknowingly become his benefactor. Overcome with emotion, he raised his hands to the sky and whispered a prayer, his voice trembling with gratitude. "Oh Allah, you sent such a noble woman among your servants. Her kindness saved me. I was a thief, lost and desperate, but now I'm not. Her generosity gave me hope when I had none left. I have changed because of her." A few days later, that same man returned to the village. This time he was transformed. His clothes were clean, his face was brighter, and he carried himself with newfound dignity. In his hand he held a small pouch, a symbol of his gratitude and the new life he had begun. He greeted Amma Rehmat with deep respect and said, "Amma, I am that hungry man who used to eat your bread. Your kindness changed my path. I've repented. I work as a laborer now. Please take this money as a small token of gratitude for the sake of Allah. You gave me more than food. You gave me a second chance." Tears welled up in Amma's eyes. She gently placed a comforting hand on his shoulder and said, "Son, it was never me. I only placed a piece of bread. Allah placed the blessing in it. Sometimes a small act done sincerely can change a life forever. We never know how far a simple kindness can travel, or how deeply it can touch a heart. Remember, what we give isn't wasted. It travels, it touches hearts, and it returns, sometimes in the form of a prayer that can change our destiny. Even the smallest act of generosity can create ripples that reach far beyond what we can see. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to Dil Ki Pukaar and press the bell icon for more heartfelt stories. Let's spread kindness together, one story at a time. May Allah bless us all with kindness, and may we always remember that a single piece of bread given with love can change the world for someone in need.